Children, for 12th standard, today we are going to do another practical. This is generally given in the section of the spotting, where you have to identify the type of plant and the type of adaptation that you see in this plant. So you can see this is a variety of a cactus. This is not the Opuntia but a different genus, but it had the Xeric adaptation. Usually Opuntia is given. Now if you see very closely this plant, you can see they are flattened and green in color, and you can see all over the body there are thorns. Now these thorns are actually the modified leaf, and if you see the lower part, they exude a type of a very thick mucilaginous a juicy substance is exuded from there. So this particular plant has certain characteristics which are suited for the xerophytic adaptation, and we call this plant Xeric plant. Now what you have to do in this spotting, usually this plant is displayed and you have to identify the plant. Maybe a question or two will be asked on this plant, that what type of adaptation it has and what are the different types of modifications that are found. So we'll directly go to see what are the characteristics of this particular plant. So you just pay your attention here. So you write here in the practical that the study of a xerophytic adaptation or a xeric adaptation. The specimen given is a cactus, or what we call Opuntia. In Opuntia, you will see in your book, you will get it, that it is a flattened green leaf-like structures, a cactus, but not the one which is being showed. Of course, this plant is also a plant of xeric adaptation. Then you simply write comments. So in the comments, first you write that the stem is flattened disc-like green. Okay, green in color. So the stem is flattened disc-like green in color. Number 2, the leaf is modified into spines and thorns. Okay, so why the leaves are modified into spines and thorns? So as to reduce the rate of transpiration. And third point is the sap is mucilaginous. So you'll see, I showed you that the sap that is exuded is very thick mucilaginous cell sap, because they cannot afford to lose much water. Then the fourth point you can write, fourth point is thick waxy layer, a cuticle type of layer on the flattened green stem to reduce the rate of transpiration, because these plants cannot afford to lose water. So Opuntia is an example. So you have to write about this plant, and you can see, I'll show you the exact Opuntia plant is like this. You can see here, this is the Opuntia plant, and you can see here what are the characteristics. They grow in deserts with a shortage of water and need maximum of water for their survival. They have long roots and go deep in search of water. Their leaves are modified into spine to minimize water loss. Their stems are broad and green, modified into phylloclad. As such, they are well suited for carrying out photosynthesis. So usually this flattened leaf-like structure is called the phylloclad. This is the botanical term which is used for this type of desert plants or cactus. Thank you very much. This is for one of the spotting. Next we will study about one animal which is also animal which is found in the desert, and they have xerophytic adaptation. Usually these are studied mostly by diagrams or by models. Okay, we'll come to that next. Thank you very much, and please write it whatever you have seen. Okay, you will not get a PDF for this. Directly you write what are the characteristics. Thank you very much.